Welcome back, boys and girls. Are you ready for another round of skip counting? As a reminder that in the third grade, you are expected to know your multiplication facts 1 through 9. And we will be using skip counting to help us do just that. So today, we will be focusing on our 8 times tables. But before we begin, let me show you how it all works. With this strategy, we will be using our fingers to guide us along in finding the product of two factors. We will assign each finger a number, counting from left to right. As we can see in this picture, the pinky on the left is 1, ring finger 2, middle finger 3, pointer finger 4, thumb 5, thumb on the right 6, followed by 7, 8, 9, and 10. Keep in mind that since this skip counting song focuses on factors 1 through 9 only, we won't be using the finger. Now it's time to learn the song. I've included this multiplication chart for you to follow along as I sing. Now you might find that this song is familiar to you. By the time I'm done singing the song, let's see if you have it figured out. Remember, put up your fingers, and as I sing along, you'll wiggle each finger. But almost forgot, we must warm up our voices. Me, 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 me. Ready to begin? It goes like this. 8 and 16, 24, 32, 40 more, 48 and 56, 64, I'm finished. But I forgot, 72. Sounding familiar? I'll sing it one more time. 8 and 16, 24, 32, 40 more, 48 and 56, 64, I'm finished. But I forgot, 72. Were you able to figure out what song it sounds like? London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. If you guessed London Bridge, then you were right. But come to think of it, do kids these days even sing that song? Anyway, let's move along. By the way, remember to mark this spot in case you need to come back to this part of the video to practice singing the song. To begin, here's our first problem. We'll be solving for 8 times 5. For this first problem, just follow along as I model for you how to use skip counting to solve for it. Since I'm multiplying 8 times 5, I have to remember to stop at my 5th finger, and whatever number I land on, that will be the product. So let's begin. 8 and 16, 24, 32, 40 more. Since 40 was the last number that I said when I land on my 5th finger, then I know that 8 times 5 equals 40. Let's try this next one together, and we'll be solving for 8 times 8. Remember, as we sing along, you're going to wiggle each finger, and the number that I say last is the product. Since we're multiplying 8 times 8, remember, we're going to stop on our 8th finger. Let's begin. 8 and 16, 24, 32, 40 more, 48 and 56, 64, I'm finished. Since 64 was the last number that I said when I landed on my 8th finger, therefore I know that 8 times 8 equals 64. Let's do another one together. This time we'll be solving for 8 times 6. So, what finger will we need to stop on? If you said the 6th finger, then you're correct. So let's begin. 8 and 16, 24, 32, 40 more, 48. Since 48 was the last number that I landed on, therefore I know that 8 times 6 equals 48. Now it's time for you to give it a try. No need to worry though. I'm sure you'll do fine. And we'll check it together at the end. So let's see. Our next problem will be 8 times 3. Now is a good time to pause the video to try and solve for 8 times 3. When you're ready to resume, just press play. No need to worry. We'll check it together at the end. Okay, let's see how you did. Did you remember to stop at your 3rd finger? I hope so. Let's begin singing. 8 and 16, 24. Since we said 24 when we landed on our 3rd finger, then we know that 8 times 3 equals 24. I think you're ready to solve for another one. This time, you're going to solve for 8 times 9. Remember to pause the video and to resume when finished. We'll check it together at the end. Okay, let's see what you got. And hopefully you remember to stop at your 9th finger. Let's begin singing. 8 and 16, 24, 32, 40 more, 48 and 56, 64, I'm finished. But I forgot 72. Since 72 is the last number that I said, then I know that 8 times 9 equals 72. Now I'm sure you got that right. Well, I hope you enjoy singing the 8 times table song, but we can't end without a review. And here's the multiplication chart so you can sing along. Let's begin. 8 and 16, 24, 32, 40 more, 48 and 56, 64, I'm finished. But I forgot 72. And one last time. 8 and 16, 24, 32, 40 more, 48 and 56, 64, I'm finished. But I forgot 72. Well, that's a wrap. I hope you've enjoyed this series on using skip counting to solve for our multiplication facts. But I won't leave you hanging. I have another strategy for the 9 times table, so make sure to look out for that next week. In the meantime, parents and teachers, make sure to read the description box below for additional activities, resources, and suggestions. Until next time, take care.